Labubus. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you get them? Do you completely not? Have you got any? Would you never buy any? Some people say these are actually demonic. I'm going to go through the whole thing, how these got popular. I'm going to show you my collection. If you like the idea of them hanging from your handbag or your bag, but you don't like Labubu because you find the face pretty scary, then check out things like this. This is a meatball, and I feel like this is a lot friendlier looking. So Labubus, when did they get popular? Well, I feel like just recently, in the last 6 months, the last 9 months, they have grown and just gone crazy online from a viral perspective. But they are not new. Labubus actually originated in China all the way back just after the pandemic. And what we're seeing now is this frenzy of grown adults wanting to buy these, to collect them and to hang them off their bags and off their clothing. And I think what we're seeing is really, really interesting from the point of view of psychology, but also of marketing. So what is it that makes them so popular? How did they get popular? Why are we all obsessed with them? Whether you love them or whether you hate them, why is it that they are something that everyone, I feel like everyone knows about these. These dolls were actually created by an artist in Hong Kong called Kazin Lung, and he has said to have been turned into a multi-millionaire overnight since the growth in popularity of these. You can only buy Labubu from Pop Mart, and you can shop Pop Mart online. I shop online. They also have a store in Harrods and a concession, I think, in Selfridges in London as well. But you can shop online. They also have standalone stores. They are the only place you can buy Labubu from. Anywhere else, they're selling Lafufu, which are fake. These really became popular due to celebrity endorsements. So one of the first people who pushed these and made these, took these from like popular in China to popular globally, was Lisa from a K-pop group called, I'm not into K-pop, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe she is from Blackpink. She was seen wearing one of these and the internet exploded. Everyone wanted to know, what is that? What is that cute little monster that's somehow scary but also cute? And why is it that I want one? From there, also you had celebrities like Rihanna seen with them, Kim Kardashian, Dua Lipa, and also influencers online. One thing I've noticed is I personally love Labubus, and I have even bought one of the giant ones, which I haven't taken out of its box because I do believe that is collector's. Hear me now, that's a collector's item. I'm not going to take it out of its box. But whenever I make a video about that Labubu or any other Labubu, particularly like an Instagram reel, is what people want to watch because they are affordable. So this Labubu was around about £17. 17, or I think this one was 25 because this one is a more limited edition. I think this was like the Checkmate one or something. Is it written on it? No. This is from the Macaron collection, but there is also another one. Have I got it around here? I even went and bought the plastic casing so that these don't get dirty, because I have noticed that the plastic vinyl skin does pick up like dye transfer, and you can't really get it off very easily. So I ended up buying one of these cases. I just got it on eBay. People are selling these on eBay, but you probably get them on Temu as well. It's a really interesting study, I think you could call it that, that was done many, many years ago. And I remember first hearing about this when I first got into advertising agencies like 15 years ago. And it's to do with when there is a recession, people feel the need to treat themselves to a little something here and there. But a lot of people in a recession, obviously because there's a recession and everything, the basics get really expensive, people don't have the free money to spend that they once did. And there's, I don't know how many of you have heard about the lipstick trend. Would you call it a trend? And it was when, in a last recession, we saw an increase in sales of lipsticks. Because you still feel like you're treating yourself, but it's not break the bank. It's up to and under £30. It's a little treat. It's a little pick-me-up. And word is that we're in a recession now. Definitely in the UK, the economy is a mess. So maybe we are. And apparently that's what's going on with these. You can pick up one of these for, say, £17 if you can get your hands on one. We're flipping them on eBay for a lot more money. But you can get these, if you can get them direct from Pop Mart, you're looking at around about £17 thereabouts. It feels like an element of surprise. We're talking about blind boxes here. So when you get these, you buy a box from one of the series, whether it's Take a Seat, whether it's Macaron, whether it's, this wasn't in a series, this was just on its own. This, like, I could see what this was, it wasn't in a blind box. But it comes in a blind box, and there are, say, 6 different colours or different styles you could get, and you don't know which one you're going to get, and you may even end up with the surprise, like, 1 in 70 chance of getting this particular design Labubu. And I think it's that element of surprise and excitement that makes you keep going back for more. It makes you want to collect more. It makes you, particularly when there's this, also this element of things being limited edition, and actually Pop Mart had to withhold in the UK the sales of Labubu a couple of months ago because there were safety concerns. Serious safety concerns where people were actually getting violent trying to get their hands on these. So here's an interesting quote I thought we could go through. Labubus tap into the human desire to collect and express identity. The act of collecting, along with the online communities and social media trends surrounding Labubus, provides a sense of belonging and shared interest. And I think that there is definitely truth in this. I feel like when you add, if you're into Labubus, if you hate them, fair enough. I can see why you would. I can see both sides of the argument, to be honest. But I think when you get one of these and you hang it on your bag, it just feels cute. It feels like a link back to our childhood, but in a way that has been made acceptable as an adult. Something that makes me really curious about Labubus and about all of these blind box characters you can get, because this, did I show you this earlier? This is a meatball. I got this in Singapore, but also you can get crybabies. I've got them all. I've collected a lot here. There was also, this is Molly, dressed as Pingu. Oh my God, I've got so many. I've even got a tiny little Hello Kitty. That's obviously not a blind box. I got that in Japan. David got me this, which is a Care Bear. And if I show you, you can take the hood off and he actually has his little ears there. It's very, very cute. And all of these things, they're just sweet ways that you can customize your stuff. And to me, as a grown adult, when I look at them, they're just cutesy. Particularly, I've seen people, like I saw, when I got this in Singapore, I saw a lady in Pop Mart near Raffles Hotel, the one there, and she had an orange Birkin 35, and she had loads of these hanging off it. And that was the first time I'd really seen it. I remember going into Pop Mart in Singapore and I'd never even heard of these before. This was at the end of 2024. Never heard of these before. I went in looking at these and I thought, I don't know why, but I think that's really cute and I want one. And I bought this blind box, not understanding the concept of it. And I walked to a park near the university there with my husband, and I undid this box and I was like, this feels so weird. And when I opened it and I got one at random, I actually went back to the shop and I bought some more. Do you want to see the other ones that I got? I went back and I got another one, so I got this one. This is a Bayo Ao. And I have another one. I bought 3 in total, and then I bought a bunch for my nieces and nephews because I thought this was the most cute idea, the most unique idea, and I was sending them pictures and they were loving it. They were like, please, can you get us one? They loved the idea of this unique, you don't know what you're going to get kind of thing. Then I've got this. This is something, I don't know what this is. But this is another one. Someone's going to tell me. Someone's going to know what this is. But this goes beyond something cute that you would hang on your handbag. Let's talk about the money behind this, because I mentioned earlier that the artist and creator was made a millionaire, multi-millionaire, probably a billionaire now, literally overnight. He made an absolute fortune. And as I've said earlier, the only store you can buy Labubu from that have the franchise is Pop Mart. But it was the Labubu sales that fueled Pop Mart's growth in December 2020. I had never really heard of Pop Mart before this. Before Labubu, I had never really heard of them. It began selling shares on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Those shares have soared by more than 500% in the last year. There is money behind this. However you feel about Labubu, whether you love them, whether you hate them, you think they're weird, you think they're demonic, some people do. Can't say I've noticed anything personally, but I get why people would think that. There is money. People are making money out of this. Pop Mart itself has now become a major retailer. It operates more than 2,000 vending machines or robo-shops around the world. You can now buy Labubu dolls in stores, physical or virtual, in more than 30 countries from the US and the UK to Australia and Singapore, although many of them have recently paused sales due to overwhelming demand. Sales from outside mainland China contributed to nearly 40% of its total revenue in 2024. Now, with anything that goes viral like this or becomes popular or becomes in demand, comes fakes. And I know that I've heard from some of you who have spent an awful lot of money having to buy flipped ones on eBay, and then you've got them and they've been fake. And that's deeply disappointing, particularly when you've paid over the odds for them. Business is business, I get it. People buy them and they flip them, I get it. But I've always had a problem with fake anything. If you're going to sell me a fake, tell me it's a fake and sell it to me for fake money. Don't sell it to me for real, marked up real money. Pretend to me and lie to my face that you're going to sell me the real thing, and then I don't get the real thing. In a sign of just how popular Labubus have become, Chinese customs officials said this week that they had seized more than 70,000 fake dolls in recent days. The demand did not rise overnight though. It actually took a few years for the elfin monsters to break into mainstream. And although a lot of people say these are demonic, that itself is probably just a viral trend right now. But some people say these are demonic. Again, I cannot vouch for that. Nothing has ever happened, God willing, touch wood. I just personally love them. But they're said to be mischievous and happy. Let me know, do you love them? Do you hate them? Are you like me? Are you collecting them? Guys, I've got a whole bag full of Labubus here. I've got loads. And I really like crybabies. Really like crybabies. I've got so many bag charms. That's not a Labubu or a blind box, that's just my melody. But I've got so much stuff going on and I love collecting them. I will never get sick of collecting them, even when they're not in fashion anymore.